Hi everyone, I'm Luis Scott-Vargas here with Shahar Shenhar. We're doing an M14 Draft Tech. So let's take a look at the first pack here. You got a wide array of choices. What did you end up thinking about when you saw this first pack?
So my initial thought is, there's the Liturgy of Blood, Sarah Angel, and not much else. I mean, the Battle Sliver is like pretty good, but it's not on the same power level.
Have you played much with Path of Bravery?
I have. It's a pretty good card, but again, it's on the same power level as Sarah Angel. So.
All right, so you figured Sarah was the pick here, since it was clearly the most powerful card in the pack.
Yeah.
So looking at the next pack, looks like there's a pretty good white option that just jumped out at you.
Yeah. First pick Sarah Angel, so I wanted to take the Charging Griffin. It's pretty sweet flyer. There's, Plummet, the Behemoth, and Giant Spider, all good options also.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good green cards.
Yeah, and I just decided to ship them all.
And Charging Griffin it is. So this pack has a number of different options.
Yeah, this pack has Volcanic Geyser, Wall of Swords, Sliver, Mark, and Clone. But, Clone is very, very good, and Yuya passing it to me on a third pick.
Getting a third pick Clone is kind of a signal.
It's a nice signal for blue.
So you ended up jumping into another color here.
Mm-hmm. It's a reason to.
Yeah, it's a pretty good reason. So in this pack, you again had a bunch of different colored options.
Yeah, there's a shock that I really like. I didn't want to take the Blood Barons and the Cockatrice because I passed the Liturgy of Blood. Mm-hmm. And if you want cancels, you can pick them up.
Yeah,
a little later.
Usually in short supply.
Yeah, so I feel like taking shock. I still might move out of white and be blue-red.
All right, so you picked up a shock here. Now you have 3 different colors worth of cards and a number of good options.
Yeah, hopefully being blue-white.
Right. And then this pack, again, had some pretty late good blue cards.
Mm-hmm. This pick actually may have been wrong, now thinking over, but I took Time Ebb. There's like the blue-red cards that I was thinking about. I still might be. With Scroll Thief, Time Ebb is very, very good.
Right, so grab the Time Ebb. So then at the rest of this pack, you picked up more blue and white cards. Mm-hmm. All right, so moving into the next pack, you had, again, an open with a bunch of different blue and white cards here.
Yeah, it doesn't feel so good to pass all these cards, but, I'm taking opportunity because it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it is the most powerful card in the pack for sure. Mm-hmm. And even though you are passing a bunch of blue and white, what can you do?
And I already have some blue cards with Clone.
All right, so, and then the next pick, you had the Scroll Thief you were looking for, but is that what you ended up going with?
No, actually this pack I was debating between Wall of Frost and Nephalia Sea Kite.
All right, so especially with opportunity, you're looking at kind of a more controlling deck.
Yeah, and I also had, well, not necessarily, because I also had Time Ebb, so I can be more of a tempo deck. So the Sea Kite fits there more than the Wall Frost, which is what I ended up taking.
You ended up taking the Sea Kite?
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, you had another Charging Griffin, a Frost Breath, a Disperse. Assuming you're settled into blue-white, were you pretty satisfied with that at this point, or were you still looking to go another color?
I was blue-white, but I still didn't have enough white cards. I had like Sarah Angel, Charging Griffin, and not much else. But I didn't see any reason to move into a different color other than blue. So
you ended up taking Disperse, just another tempo card to kind of.
Charging Griffin's also very good, but Disperse I think at this point, this is my second Disperse, because I picked one up pack 1, and I didn't have any Archaeomancers, but I was looking to get those.
Yeah. So in the next pack, there was more Disperses.
Yeah, this is the third Disperse. Yeah, I mean, Disperse is just really good.
So you're a pretty big fan, even though it is card disadvantage.
Yeah, but it's.
But the tempo advantage is enough. So you have now 3 Disperses and a Time Ebb, is that right?
Yes, I believe so.
So that's a pretty good start for getting their guys off the board, but hopefully you're going to pick up some more guys who can attack. So you also in this pack had kind of your option of either like another trick in Show of Valor or a low drop in Coral Merfolk.
Mm-hmm. There's also Hive Stirrings, but that's not really. It's like a sideboard card against the X ones. But I took Coral Merfolk here, because I needed creatures for tempo.
Right.
And Show of Valor is just another trick that you can pick up, and I already have 3 Disperses.
All right. So moving on to the next slide here, you picked up some more cards, but then in pack 3 you again have an option of 2 pretty powerful blue flyers here. You have the Wind Reader Sphinx down there and the Air Servant.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice problem to have to choose one of these to take. But I took Air Servant.
What do you think is the biggest difference between the 2 cards?
Well, one taps the other.
There we go. You looked at the head-to-head to figure out which one was better.
Yeah.
So Air Servant, probably also because it costs 5 instead of 7 is my guess. So in the next pack, we've got not quite the same number of options.
But still a good option. I mean, I still have the Sea Kite. This I think is either my definitely my second or third. So
you picked up another flyer, and also you have a bunch of instants now. You have a bunch of disperses and Sea Kites and opportunities. So
if this is my third Sea Kite, I had 3 disperses, 3 Sea Kites. And
so you can end up just keeping all your mana untapped and doing kind of whatever you want. All right, so moving on, we've got a Darksteel Forge, but that's probably not what you were looking at.
I actually did end up rare drafting it when it came
there you
back,
go. So now you've got Water Servant, Scroll Thief, and maybe Siege Mastodon, though that one's probably pretty distant third there.
Water Servant, much better and a very heavy blue. So I took Water Servant. Again, Scroll Thief is good, and it's good with the tempo, but Water Servant, I think,
it just attacks for 1,000,000 damage.
More powerful enough, yeah.
All right, so we've also got some more flyers here. Another Sea Kite, a Seacoast Drake, or a Warden of Evo Sile.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I thought I had 3. I ended up with 2 Sea Kites, but 1 Warden. And
you picked the Warden mainly because you've got a ton of other flyers, and you can like turn 3 Warden, turn 4 Air Servant, something along those lines.
I tried doing that against Reed. It didn't work.
Yeah, Reed's deck was pretty fast. So moving on, we've got Angelic Wall, Congregate, and potentially Spell Blast.
I'm not a fan of Spell Blast.
No.
I'm just not. I don't want it. I don't want it. I took Angelic Wall in case I'm playing, against.
As a defensive card, I think it's a little better than Congregate. It's cheaper at the very least. Yeah. All right. So how did you think your deck ended up turning out?
Well, I didn't see any pacifisms or claustrophobia, so no real hard removal. But I ended up with a lot of flyers and a lot of tempo cards. So
a pretty decent blue-white deck. Kind of looks like a lot of blue-white decks are going to look like. All right, thanks a lot. For Shahar Shenhar, I'm Luis Scott-Vargas, M14 Draft Deck.